In order to work with a suite engine solution such as Channel Sales Manager or Channel Payments Manager, it is necessary to have an active subscription for each product. When you download your first Suite Engine extension to Business Central, there is a process in place for creating a new Suite Engine account as well as a subscription for the specific extension in question. If you download and install additional extensions, you will create a subscription for each one, all under the same Suite Engine account. When a subscription is initially created, it is as a 30-day free trial. Assuming you see the benefits that the Suite Engine solution bring to your business, and of course you will, you need to at some point provide a payment method to activate your subscription. Everything I've just described is walked through at length in separate videos on how to set up and create a Suite Engine account and related product subscriptions. This process is, on the whole, pretty straightforward, but there are some things involving subscription and account management that are a little nuanced. In this multi-part video series, we will review some of the more advanced tasks or best practices to follow when it comes to managing your Suite Engine account and related subscriptions. The topic for this video is the ability to link and unlink a Suite Engine account in Business Central. I guess technically those are two separate topics, but I'll be presenting them today in tandem. When you initially create your new Suite Engine account, you do so from the CSM setup page in your Business Central environment. You populate these contact fields, and then you instruct CPM that you want to start your free trial. Suite Engine uses Stripe to manage our Suite Engine accounts and the subscriptions. So when you perform this free trial activity, the information is sent to Stripe. A new account is created in the Stripe platform, and the unique customer ID is retrieved from Stripe, and it's presented here. The question is, though, what happens when we want to start working with an existing Suite Engine subscription in a separate Business Central environment? And this is actually can be a pretty common scenario. Many companies working with Business Central will maintain a live or production Business Central environment, and then a separate test or sandbox or demo database, if you will. So if we use this example, let's say we've downloaded our Suite Engine extensions into our test environment. We've set up our account. We've set up our subscription. We try out the Suite Engine products there. We activate our subscriptions or what have you. But now we want to deploy them into production. Well, to kind of demonstrate, I have a separate Business Central database. As you can see, the same extensions are installed, but we have no subscription or trial, and our contact fields are blank. Now, a semi-common mistake that users will make in this scenario is the creation of a new subscription in this separate environment. So they would fill out these fields. And then they would create their new account. We've implemented some measures to prevent this. One of the things we do is we actually prevent the creation of multiple subscriptions that share the same email address. So if I toggle back and forth, you can see I'm using the same email. When I attempt to create a free trial, I'm presented with an error. It tells me the customer is already linked with an account. So in some ways, we have mitigated this. Having said that, though, it's pretty easy to work around this, or it could potentially be pretty easy to work around this. Maybe I also have a CPM address. for example. So I come in here. I now indicate I want to create my new subscription. I now have a new Magento subscription. And if I close and reopen the CSM setup page, you can see I have a unique customer ID from Stripe. Again, if I toggle back to my other Business Central environment, you can see these are two totally different IDs. So I've effectively created two separate Suite Engine accounts in this Stripe environment. And this is going to create issues. I guess I'd say in a best case scenario, what will probably happen is I'll get to the end of my trial period in this new environment. It'll expire. I'll wonder why it isn't active because I know I've activated this, in my other environment, and I'll end up, having to kind of sort that out. More critically, and maybe what I would call like a worst case scenario is if I'm not kind of seeing what I've done, I may end up going to the subscription portal from here and supplying a payment method and activating this Magento and other subscriptions. If that's the case, I'm not going to be very happy when I start receiving invoices from Suite Engine and see that I'm effectively being billed twice for the same products. So what do we do in this situation? Well, when you want to apply an existing Suite Engine subscription to a new Business Central environment, you can use what's called the Link Existing Customer action, which is available on the Actions ribbon. Now, in my case, I can't do that just yet because I've already set up an account here. If for any reason it's necessary for you to clear out the subscription or the account that has already been set up, there's a separate page for that. It's called Suite Engine Subscriptions. This is an administrative tool for subscription management. If I open this page, I can see it contains all of my subscription information, as well as the products to which I'm subscribed, along with details to those subscription statuses. The most commonly used functions that are executed from this page are also available on the CSM setup page, but there are a few activities that can only be performed here. One of those activities is the ability to unlink a current customer. So under the Actions ribbon, I can choose the Unlink from Current Customer action. I answer yes, and I say OK. And if I close and reopen my CSM setup page, you can see I'm back to having no subscription set up and blank contact fields. So now let's do this the proper way. If we want to link an existing Suite Engine account and all of its subscriptions to a new Business Central instance, we need 3 pieces of information, and all of them can be obtained from the CSM setup page. So let me return to my original environment and point them out to you. We will need to supply the CSM customer ID, the contact email, and the address. I'm pretty sure I can key these ones in, but I will copy this one so I can paste it in for this next step. I'm now going to return to the fresh Business Central environment. I'm going to choose the Actions ribbon and then Link to Existing Customer. I'm now going to enter my 3 values. I'll paste in the ID. I will enter my email account, and I'll enter in my address. I then click OK. Click OK through this notification message. And you can see that now my old account or my existing account has been populated in this second Business Central environment. All of my contact information is here. My customer ID is present. And all of my subscription status information is updated accordingly. If I, again, toggle back to my other environment, you may not even notice I'm actually, oh yeah, I guess you can kind of see, but yeah, the values are the same. A little bit of discrepancy on the trials, but those will typically sync up as we were to close and then reopen the page. So in this way, we now are able to continue using our active subscriptions in a new environment. And that's it. Subscription or account management is not something you should be doing on a regular basis. So it may be that the content of this video is something you only use once or twice, perhaps never at all. But because these scenarios are so infrequent, when they do arise, it's oftentimes unclear as to what actions you need to take. Hopefully, the information I've presented today provides you with the necessary assistance. If you have other questions about how to work with your Suite Engine account or product subscriptions, please check out the other videos in our Suite Engine account and subscription management series.